Good morning, Liberty North. I'm Trevor Larrett.
And I'm Caroline Utes.
And we have an exciting show with some Christmas stories. And your KNET News starts now.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Happy 11 days of Christmas, Caroline.
Trevor, I hate to break it to you, but it's the 12 days of Christmas, and there's 22 until Christmas Day.
Well, you see, we only have 11 more shows until finals, and during finals we won't have any KNET, sadly. And we missed the 12th day yesterday, so we're just going to start with 11 days today.
Yeah.
To kick it off, we have Jude by the fire with a couple of Christmas stories.
Thank you very much, Trevor. Now, we're going to be doing some bad summary readings of two of my very favorite stories. So the first one we're going to start off with is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So basically, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is everyone's favorite reindeer who's born different from everybody else. And that means that his nose goes up like a cherry whenever he wants it to, I guess. So then nobody really likes him for this since he's different, and that makes him weird. So, and there's a really big storm. And you won't believe it, but Santa Claus uses Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer so that he can go through the storm. Now, basically, the moral of this story is don't acknowledge people until you can use them for your own personal gain. Now, the second story we're going to be talking about is 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. So this story is basically about a kid who stayed up probably past 9:30, and he started talking about, oh, I want to see Santa Claus. So then all of a sudden Santa Claus just happens to come down the chimney, and that's the story. Thank you very much for your time. Now, Trevor, let's see what you got.
Jude, those were some lovely interpretations of some hit Christmas stories. In other news, Advent is having a contest. They'll be drawing it will be a drawing contest to make coloring books for kids at Children's Mercy. There will also be a cover contest where they'll be putting out a box in the cafeteria where people can drop off their new coloring books. This drive will start today and go through until the 13th.
The LNHS Chamber Choir has made it into the Final Four in the Christmas Choir Competition. Show your support alongside with the Navy at Independence Center on Sunday at 1 p.m. in the lower level Dillard's Court. They're up against Blue Springs South, Olathe East, and Olathe North. Make sure to continue voting.
We have Michael and Rance on the couch talking about wrestling. Mike, what you got for us?
Welcome, Liberty North, to North Nation Sports. Today, we got a wrestling special for ya. But before we head on over to our interview, we're gonna cut to a video. I'm Michael Schwab.
I'm Rance Watts.
Liberty North's wrestling season is about to begin. I caught up with a new coach and player about how they look forward to what the new season holds.
My name is Dylan Alfton. I'm in the 10th grade. This was my first year wrestling at Liberty North, but we have a lot of talent, a lot of good kids, a lot more kids coming in. We had 70 kids yesterday at the first practice, so we'll have a bunch of kids that will be pretty good for the next 4 years. My main goal is to make it to state this year and overall as a team win more duels.
I am really just looking forward to the improvement that we'll see on the team. I really want to be a physical, dominant team, and I really hope to see our guys improve a lot from last year. And what are my goals / expectations for this year? I'm expecting at least 5 state qualifiers, and I'm expecting to be 4-2 in conference duels. I really think that that's an achievable goal for this team, and I'm really excited for the season to start.
Liberty North's wrestling team is hoping to set and break even more goals.
What's up, North Nation? I'm Rance Watts. And I'm Michael Schwab. We're here with an interview with the wrestler Nick Bogart. I understand you took a wrestling hiatus in your sophomore year. Are you excited for your first match back tonight?
Very definitely. I think there's going to be so much to prove on the mat tonight as a team and against them. Personally, I really am very excited to get back Who knows what the competition is going to look like? Whatever it is, we're going to be ready. We're going to give it our best and do what we got to do.
Can you tell us a little bit about what the season's schedule will look like?
Yeah, we've actually got some new exciting stuff this year. We're going to be busting out to Jefferson City, and we have a Kansas tournament this year. So there's going to be some heightened competition, new stuff we haven't seen before, but it's all a new challenge that's presented to us. We're going to tackle it to the best of our ability.
Can you talk about this year's major coaching change and how it has not only affected the team, but you as a wrestler?
Yeah, we've got some new coaches, Coach Sarah. We've got some old coaches too, Coach Estep, the new head coach, Coach Moore. These guys, they're just a great team. We function together, and I mean, they help us if we got some technique stuff we need, organization stuff. It's really just, there's a new atmosphere in the wrestling room, and it's got us going.
All right. Thanks for joining us here today, Nick.
You're
I'm
welcome.
Michael Schwalm.
I'm Rance Watts.
Now back up to the desk.
Thank you guys. And Trevor, didn't you just recently get back from a trip to DC?
I did. It was so much fun, and I made a recap video on it, so let's watch that right now.
2 weeks ago, a group of journalism students traveled to Washington, D.C. for the JEA NSPA National High School Journalism Convention.
So we went to DC for a journalism convention. We stayed at a really nice hotel, and we got to go to a bunch of different classes.
Every morning we went and took master classes where different teachers or instructors would teach us how to do different stuff ranging on journalism in the Trump era or photography for non-photographers, just for a couple examples.
I got to sit through a really cool one about environmental science and journalism. So we talked about different job opportunities that there are within that field. We got to talk about the impacts that environmental science can have on journalism.
In addition to classes, they also competed nationally on different areas of journalism, with senior Trevor Larrett receiving an honorable mention for broadcast feature spot, sophomore Justin Scott receiving an honorable mention for videography, sophomore Kanan Manley and junior Kieran Perry receiving an honorable mention for PSA, and sophomore Sammy Benning receiving honorable mention for feature writing.
It's a national competition where students from all across the country go and they compete for awards.
The convention was very eventful.
They had a trade show one night, and they had a bunch of representatives from colleges and different brands that do stuff for like yearbook, print yearbooks, stuff like that. We had a lot of colleges. I mean, so you got to talk with different reps from the colleges. And there was just tons of stuff you could do, 2 days worth of classes. You just got to really learn a lot more on what we did there.
On the trip, they also got to explore the DC area.
We got to do some like touristy stuff too, which was really cool. We got to go see like the Washington Monument, a bunch of the war memorials. We were going to tour the White House, but that kind of got canceled. So that was a little disappointing.
We had a lot of fun. It was great. I'm a really big history nerd, and so getting to see all the history there was really cool.
I think the coolest part for me was sitting in on a House hearing in the U.S. Capitol. We got to tour it, and then we were able to sit through like them talking about OSHA regulations, which like was kind of boring, but the way they did it was really cool because it's parliamentary procedure.
Overall, all the students had a great time.
Just a ton to do, and you're never not busy. So, I mean, it's just a great experience.
If you guys want to go on to these fun and exciting trips, you should join either newspaper, broadcasting, or yearbook to have this opportunity. We'll be back with more of your Christmas show tomorrow, and until then, we'll catch you on the north side.